welcome to the video. I'm Professor Amanda and class has officially begun, and we are back again with Kevkilika, who is going to go over the second round of the Clash of the Typings tournament. Kevin, how you doing?
Hi, Amanda. Doing good, thanks.
So last time the winners were Thotectical and the Nut, who didn't participate this time, but I also understand that things are a little bit different. So why don't you go ahead and just give a brief overview of what the Clash of the Typings tournament is and the rules that are kind of different than other tournaments?
Yes, so first of all, Clash of the Typings is a team tournament. So you don't register individually, but you register with a team partner, and there can be no overlap in Pokemon that you use in your team, so each Pokemon is unique. And what's special about the Clash of the Typings is that also each typing can only occur once. So if one player chooses to use a grass Pokemon, neither he or the other player can use a grass Pokemon anymore.
And that includes like duo typing. So say if you wanted to use Ludicolo, then your teammate couldn't use water or grass, right?
Yep, correct. Those were the basic rules in the first edition of Clash of the Typings. This year, we decided to spice it a little bit up by doing a player's vote. Every team could vote for 3 Pokemon that they wanted to ban, and then the top 10 of those votes were actually banned. So your team building had to start after the vote, of course.
And what were the 10 that were banned?
Yeah, so actually, there was a clear top 10 initially. And then all of a sudden, one Pokemon got up in the ban list. Actually, there was a tie between the 10th and the 11th Pokemon, so I decided to ban 11.
Wow, okay. No Pokemon behind. If I was in the ban list, Defense Deoxys would be on mine because I played in the first Clash of the Typings and that Pokemon gave me a ton of trouble.
Yeah, Deoxys Defense was actually the second most voted Pokemon.
Okay, that was in good form.
I'll quickly go over the lists, and the first one I mentioned is the highest voted, and the last one is the least voted. It's Bastiodon, Deoxys Defense, Politoed, Mew, Galarian Stunfisk, Umbreon, Azumarill, Altaria, Vigoroth, Medicham, and Sableye.
Ooh, that's a very good ban list. Those are meta Pokemon that most players are used to playing around and knowing how the matchups go against each other. So.
Yeah, exactly.
So this will be fun because it's going to allow some spicy things to be used that maybe you don't see very often. Although probably I think a lot of these people are Silph players, so they've also had to shine in different cups.
I imagine they have a wide variety of Pokemon ready.
So for this week, we're going to feature people from round 1, and we're going to feature Fani, Kushiego, Breloom, who is made up of the YMegaSnorlax and nicknamed 29585, and they're playing Kingtwigs of the Woods, which is JBGWinsenHSV and Maid. So let's have a quick view at their teams. Anything stick out to you?
I think it's interesting that for both of the teams, it's clear that one player got to choose the fighting first, like Primeape for YMegaSnorlax and Machamp for GBG. And then the other player had to look for something that was a counter user or fighting coverage. And since Vigoroth was banned, these players opted to go for Sudowoodo, and they both had the same idea.
Yeah, I think Sudowoodo is a great fake fighter, so that's not a bad. Yeah. Also, looking over the list, I like that Mega Snorlax is really into his 9 tails.
Yeah, he called it the 18 tails team.
Looks like they both have dragon users on their team. I mean, that's the thing about the typings. Obviously, only one.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to see how their team compositions go together.
Yeah, I think the team with the Sudowoodo should have the best anti-fighter. Like, nickname has Cresselia, and Mate also has Cresselia.
Also a Dusclops, which is nice to resist the counters and can deal out those elemental punches rather quickly.
Yeah, it's in the metas where it was popular, it was always used as a safe swap. And now that you can have purified Dusclops, it also has a kind of a, not per se a nuke, but a more powerful charge move in return.
Yep, that's true. And you won't be able to tell ahead of time if it's purified or not just by looking at a roster. So that could be interesting to play.
Yeah, what is interesting about a team tournament is that if, for example, YMegaSnorlax played mate and he noticed it's a return Dusclops, he can tell his teammates a nickname to look out for it.
Yep. That's always the nice part about working in teams. One can be a little bit of a scout for the other player, so there's no surprises when it comes to the charge moves. Well, let's get right into it. So we're going to start off. The first match we're going to see is between JBG and YMegaSnorlax. These are the teams. Both of them have the fighters, so it will be interesting to see how they are choosing to play around that. The only thing that really doesn't want to see the fighter is the Zweilous. Everything else can at least dish back. I guess Primeape is weak to fighters itself.
Yeah, it's a bit squishy in general.
But it is quite a nuke mon normally.
Yeah. I wonder if it had the Ice Punch at the start of the tournament. I don't remember when Primeape got that ice move coverage.
Oh, I also have to know, in this tournament, are they allowed to switch moves in between rounds? Or is
No.
Whatever is set for the whole tournament?
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Well, let us get into the first round between JBG and YMegaSnorlax.
Swampert into Zweilous.
Yeah, and it's a Shadow Swampert too, as we can see, and man, those Hydro Cannons pack a punch, but that just makes Swampert very squishy.
Yeah, and Zweilous resisting the Hydro Cannon, so I think JBG going for the Earthquake here. If this goes unshielded, I reckon it's a one-hit KO.
Yep.
Nope.
Okay, so YMegaSnorlax shielding it up, coming out of the match with a pretty healthy Zweilous, but again, I'm assuming that Machamp's going to come in and he's going to have to do an immediate swap. He knows it, switching into the cute Rainy Castle.
Ooh, this is an advantage for JBG, having his Venusaur on the gas form instead of the Zweilous.
Indeed, and also, doesn't bother shielding anything because both moves are resisted and just charging up a ton of energy. Gonna throw the Frenzy Plant Ice. Oh, he's gonna get to the Weather Ball first, but again, not gonna be doing that much damage to the Venusaur.
Yeah, seems like JBG is taking all his shields for Champ Nuke.
Yes, I'm looking at YMegaSnorlax's team to see if there's anything that can really threaten it on the other side, but we'll see. Yep. He's also choosing to let the Castform go down, get a little extra energy on that Zweilous, but I assume he'll let this go down as well because it has really no match.
Yeah, only one shield left.
JBG undercharging and just letting Venusaur go down.
Yeah, that's an interesting choice. I would have fully charged the Sludge Wave, I think. Sludge Bomb.
Because allowing him to get, you have to shield up the Body Slam. This Shadow team, like I said, doing a ton of damage, but receiving a lot of damage in return. Man, these Weather Balls are going to be coming in fast and hot. Is he trying to be tricky here?
Yeah.
He's got a shiny Kanto, which looks kind of like the Alolan version. So
yeah, oops, it has fire moves.
I can imagine that. Is it probably a bit tricky if you're going very quick and you see something come in? Oh, he's letting it. Oh.
And now he needs 2 Crush Chops. Oh no, he. Damn. That was a close finish.
Yeah, I think that he wasn't aware that he probably knew it was a cross shot, but didn't realize it would do that much damage to the Ninetales. So he was unable to get the Weather Ball, and he needed to get that Machamp down a little bit lower in energy.
That was a close game.
Yeah, my goodness. Okay. Let us see how they're going to adapt for game number 2. It looked like it was a pretty strong strategy. Actually, from both sides, it was very close. So
yeah.
It's just minor things I'm sure that they'll change for game number 2. Let's see. All right, so game number 2, winning the lead again with the Zweilous. But JBG does an immediate swap into, it's kind of a safe swap, I guess, the Shadow Machamp.
Yeah, he didn't see the Alolan Ninetales charge move yet. Could be Charm. So.
Oh, that's true.
But I think. Yeah, but I think 2 shields, Snorlax can counter through most of the Snorlax's team, as long as it's not a Alolan Ninetales, of course.
Yeah, if we've seen anything from the last month, we do know that a lot of the Alolan Ninetales are loving to carry Charm nowadays. I really like
Oh,
Snorlax's team with just the really fast spammy weather balls, but unfortunately he had a little bit of JBG had a little advantage with the counters.
yeah.
Able to get to a cross chop in time, and in comes that Kanto Ninetales again, but JBG has the perfect answer for it. Although the rest of the team is pretty weak to this Zweilous.
Yeah, I reckon that the Swampert is really needed for the Ninetales.
Yeah. So
he might
split to yep, okay. He doesn't even bother to try to throw, even though it is out of energy, or I mean out of shields. So
yeah. I think he wants to do as much damage as possible with the Venusaur. See if he needs an Earthquake or a Hydro Cannon.
Yeah, because that Hydro Cannon is going to do wonders again. Oh wow!
Whoa!
I didn't realize that was very well played. He's going straight Earthquake.
Oh,
it is a Shadow Swampert, and bye Ninetales.
The Ninetales was pretty close to a Weather Ball, but I don't think it would have KO'd.
No, I don't think at that range, but like we said, that since it's a shadow version, it is a little bit more squishy. So that is 2 rounds for JBG.
JBG. Yeah.
But,
that was a really good comeback from those 2 leads.
Yes, indeed. And I was going to ask, so how is this clash done? Is it every point, or every round counts as a point, or is it a best of 3 overall?
Every battle that you play is 1 point. So you play a best of 3, but if you do 3-0, you have more points than a 2-1, for example.
And does it ever really come in handy?
Well, I cannot spoil the rest of the tournament, of course, but imagine if there is at the end of the tournament, so at the end of round 5, there are 2 teams with a 4-1 round score. Then we will look at individual games. Who won the most individual games?
Nice. It's kind of like in the Silpha, they go to the battles one first and then the Buchholz score.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see if Snorlax's team can pull out a win. It's like we talked about this for later on in the tournament. Oh, now we see this in Alolan Ninetales, and you're absolutely right. It has Charm, and it is chunking away the Swampert.
Damn. Oof. I don't. Yeah. Say swapping Zweilous when JBG carried a Machamp all of the previous games.
Yeah, not the safest bet. And yep, he's going to go ahead and counter the Zweilous all the way down and have some energy to throw that Alolan Ninetales coming back in. It's just a cross drop, but Snorlax doesn't know it, and I think a rock throw from a Shadow Snorlax or a Shadow Machamp would be enough to take.
Yeah. Only has to spend 1 shield though. So and we're gonna see a Munchlax maybe.
Ooh. Munchlax to say hi to his dad on the opposing. So, okay, JBG able to get off both Hydro Cannons onto this Alolan Ninetales, which is now out of shields, but still going to be able to charm away.
Yeah.
And nice swap, not allowing to get any extra energy, but unfortunately, yeah, he's going to have to shield up these weather balls that will just be coming in quick.
Oh, and now the Bulldoze from Munchlax will come in handy.
Is it enough to take out the Ninetales?
I think Bulldoze is not that good of a move, so... Oh, he is even opting for a Body Slam. I don't know which is the most damage efficient.
Yeah, I think he realizes he'll be able to get to... but unfortunately it doesn't look like he's
Damn.
able to. Second, this Weather Ball will be enough to take out the Munchlax. No, not even!
Oh, that's so close.
Okay, wow.
Oh man, that was really close.
It's
not over yet.
Oh,
this ending, that was amazing.
Back and forth ending. Wow, really close competitive matches by both of them.
That was a great game.
All the way through. I mean, all the games went to JBG. He got a nice 3-0 there, but I mean, you play it slightly different. I mean,
Yeah.
those are incredibly close matches. Nothing to be sad about and losing those.
I really liked the Alolan Ninetales strategy to just tear through the team with charm. It almost worked.
Yeah. I think if you noticed at the end, he didn't stall, but I think that he thought that he was going to die to that body slam and didn't do any moves onto the Swampert, which I don't know could have changed.
Oh,
But,
I didn't notice. Oh yeah, that's possible.
But wow, that was really back and forth until the very end.
Yeah.
Surviving 1 HP in a dream. So now we're going to move on. We're going to keep with the JBG and we're going to go against the other opponent in the first group, who is Nickname. And what do you think about these teams here, Kev?
So yeah, here it is the Sudowoodo Machamp issue. Machamp outpaces Sudowoodo by a lot. But Nickname also has the Cresselia, which should give a bit more coverage against things like Shadow Machamp and Swampert. Though GBG has the Registeel, I almost forgot because he didn't use it at all against YMegaSnorlax.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Munchlax on JBG's team for the Cresselia and the Haunter, and Nickname took the Snorlax. I wonder if YMegaSnorlax told Nickname that JBG only used 3 Pokemon against him.
Yeah. It's sometimes a good strategy, but sometimes it also is just because there's only 3 Pokemon that work against others in a typing tournament.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah.
That's what I noticed in my time playing. Is like, oh man, some of my Pokemon just really had absolutely no play against them. Okay, let us get into the first round then and see how they decided to play it out.
Leading Galvantula in Stunfisk is always painful.
Yes.
Whether it's Galarian or the regular.
He's just choosing to get up a ton of energy. Interesting that he's swapping in. I guess he recognizes that the Skarmory is very weak to the Galvantula and he doesn't want to see that at all. But swapping into a Shadow Swampert isn't the best plan either, because that thing will outpace him.
Yeah. And you can only let through one Hydro Cannon.
Yeah. At least this will now force JBG to shield or not. He does choose to shield up. The Sky Attack would do heavy damage, probably even, no, it wouldn't take it out, but definitely get very, very close. Now he's at another Hydro Cannon, and it's Nickname's turn to decide. He is going to try to keep this Skarmory. He wants to win back switch, knowing that the Stunfisk into the Galvantula is not good.
Yep. And I think maybe one of the 2 players also likes the Zero Shield, like the Snorlax. When you have a superpower and there are no shields left, you know it cannot be shielded. So.
Mm-hmm. And no need to play the baiting game when there's
yeah.
left. So in comes this Snorlax. JBG.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, yeah. Snorlax, he looks like a big boy, but he doesn't want to take an earthquake.
Yeah. Damn.
But I assume that Galvantula will come, yeah, because
Does have the Body Slam ready. But now the Stunfisk has to take out both Galvantula and Venusaur.
Oh, and he has to
that's
switch in. Okay. Oh, the Galvantula barely survives. Could be used potentially as a sack swap later, I guess, if it's needed, or just like we saw in the other matchup, maybe it's just takes.
Yeah, back and forth ending. Unfortunately for this Stunfisk is that it doesn't resist the grass with its steel typing, so this is ground electric, so it will do super effective damage.
Yeah, and Frenzy Plant is such a good hard-hitting move. Not quite able to do the body slam and taking it out with just the Vine Lip damage. Close games from losing the lead.
Yeah, again, it's a very strong performance from JBGWinsen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he doesn't get the game for free, but he's playing very well. I wonder if Nickname is gonna bring his Haunter to kind of have a classy nuke Pokemon from his side as well, like we saw from the Shadow Swampert.
Yes. You have a glass nuke? Well, so do I.
I think Nickname will bring a better counter to Swampert next time. And I think Cresselia is the better option. Because in game 1, he didn't really have a counter for the Swampert. And I think Cresselia is a the best Swampert counter on Nickname's team.
Cresselia is just a nice powerhouse in Great League to begin with. And with like one of its main threats of Sableye out of the game, it's
Yeah.
I think it can do rather well.
And Umbreon as well.
So game 2, here we go. Ooh, losing hard.
That's a pretty horrible league.
But if you notice, JBG's whole backline handles that Skarmory really well. So the Swampert's probably the safer pick overall because it can at least do some heavy damage to everything that's coming in, while the Galvantula is kind of more specialized.
Yeah, Nickname having the good answer this time though.
Yes, I think JBG wasn't banking on him bringing in the Cresselia because obviously this Grass Knot would be enough to take it out.
Yeah, even a regular Swampert doesn't like grass. I think like the Grass Knot would probably faint the Swampert twice.
Ooh, and it's a CMP tie here.
Damn.
Nickname choosing to double shield because he wants to either make a JBG double shield as well or lose this Swampert. He knows the thing is going to wreak havoc on the team, and JBG lets it go. So we'll see what comes back in on his side.
That's the advantage of having a few extra mud shots on the Swampert. Because usually on a head-to-head, the Cresselia gets to that Grass Knot first. But because the Swampert already had a few mud shots.
It's interesting that he didn't throw right away. He's choosing to take this Moonblast, but he knows that there's a Skarmory in the back on the opposite side. So
this is a good position for Nickname.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what the losing condition would be here.
Throwing a lunge and then swapping out is pretty nice. But here, oh man, this hurts as a Venusaur.
Nickname not even letting him throw off a Frenzy Plant.
Yeah, I think JBG realizes that he shouldn't throw a move to. Ooh, he does gonna throw.
Wow. But
I think he just. I think he wants to show like, hey, I did have some energy left.
So really good comeback from Nickname there, kind of recognizing that if he can get things lined up correctly, that win was secured, making sure the Skarmory was on the Venusaur.
Yep, I think JBG should have gone for a switch. Like now he saved his shields by letting his Swampert go, but I think if you lead a Venusaur into a Skarmory, I think you really have to go for switch 100%.
Yeah, you're kind of desperate for, especially, yeah. That also kind of puzzled me why he brought in the Galvantula
against the Cresselia.
Because I would have just kind of let the Venusaur go at that point, right? I mean,
and
Psycho Cuts don't do that much damage, even though it is a psychic move, and it most likely has Moonblast and Grass Knot, which the Venusaur can handle pretty well.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's pretty funny that Nickname brought Snorlax and not YMegaSnorlax.
All right, so game 3 here. This is for all the marbles. They're both 1-1 here. Let's see who's going to take home the victory. Snorlax against the Shadow Swampert. This is, I mean...
Tanky Boy versus Glassy Boy.
Yeah, well, trying to catch the Body Slam on the Galvantula, but Nickname doesn't throw and switches into his Stunfisk, which is a pretty decent counter here. It's going to get lunged, but it doesn't really matter that much. He's going to Mud Bomb away.
I wonder why the choice to stage swap to. I think he must have expected the Stunfisk, no? I see he's running a Registeel. So I think he stage swapped Galvantula to lure out the Stunfisk, so his Registeel could have a little bit of more freedom.
But still, a Registeel doesn't necessarily want to be matched up against the Snorlax with some energy, because then you have to really be able to call that superpower bait.
Yeah, fair enough. But a Focus Blast does a lot of damage.
Agreed. So let's see what he decides to do. I'm assuming he's going to go ahead and bring that Swampert back in, charge up a little bit more. Okay.
Oh, that's a good throw from the
Yeah.
Snorlax.
He brought up a bunch of energy on the Stunfisk, swapped out, and now it is JBG's turn to see if Nickname wants to shield up. He's going to shield the Hydro Cannon, and assuming, yep, second one being thrown right here. Keep in mind, neither one of them know what is in the back for either player.
Yeah, Skarmory doesn't look very hot here.
But I wonder if, in Nickname's head, if he's feeling in a pretty good position, because the Galvantula is out of the way. He's about to take out the Swampert, potentially. And in his mind, he hasn't seen the Registeel at all yet, so I'm thinking he probably thinks the Skarmory is quite safe.
Yeah, previous round it was Venusaur. I think both know that JBG really likes to use Venusaur, and now he has Registeel instead. So that's pretty
Playing mind pretty much
drastic change.
3 different Skarmory counters.
Yep.
He was so embarrassed last round with the
Oh no!
a blind swap. Ouch.
Ah, damn. He could have thrown a lot of Mud Bombs because Lock-on does only 1 damage. So even if the Stunfisk is in the red, he could have thrown and now, yeah, obviously the Registeel can bank some energy.
Yeah. And looks like he's gonna go straight Brave Bird here, do as much damage as possible. He knows that he has to, but yeah, if you look at it, he's way over farming. Just gonna talk. Ooh, this not a game changer, but this does help.
Yeah, I do think so because if the Registeel goes into Mud Bomb range, I think Registeel loses every CMP.
Lock on farm down. Unfortunately, he charged up a bit.
Doesn't get it. Oh!
Now it's a race.
Oh, that was so close.
Ow. Right at the end, coming in clutch. Flash cannon.
Damn.
Oh.
That was a great ending.
Yes.
Damn.
And like I said, if I was Nickname, I would have felt perfectly comfortable doing that swap as well, because you want as much energy as possible on your last Mon. Unfortunately,
yeah,
would have stayed in a split second longer. He could have seen that he would have been able to do a lot more damage with that Stunfisk.
Yeah. Oh, that was so close. I really thought Nickname would win this one.
Yeah, me too. Especially when he got that last minute Sky Attack off, I was like, this could be really, really good gameplay there. And great showcase by JBG. Now let's see how his opponent does, Made. So let's do the comparison real quick between Made's team and YMegaSnorlax's.
I like the Zweilous. I think Made really has to pay attention to the Zweilous, because Zweilous is a threat to Mandibus, Dusclops, Cresselia, and Dragonair is kind of even. And only Ninetales really hard counters it, because even though Sudowoodo has counter, it doesn't get stabbed. And yeah, Zweilous with Dragon Breath is obviously pretty strong.
Yeah, as we know, that Dragon Breath is one of the strongest moves to have on something. But I see that the Mate has a Dragonair, which also makes a great safe swap.
Yep,
so
exactly.
People who had Dragonair was always using it as a safe swap or in a lead. So I wonder what Made's positioning will be.
Yeah, I think if the Alolan Ninetales from Made is Charm, then the Zweilous is in big troubles, obviously. But I do think he can bring Zweilous as long as he has coverage for Ninetales and Sudowoodo.
Let's see how they decide to do it. So first game.
Oof, horrible lead. Gotta get out of there ASAP. And here we see the Zweilous.
So let's see if he calls the Moonblast or thinks it's being baited. He does call. That's good. That would have been quite enough. And
yeah, that would have been very painful.
I wonder if he's just gonna go ahead and double shield up the Zweilous.
Yeah, I think you have to against the Cresselia.
Although the Cresselia does fall for a body slam bait, so he was able to take a shield there. Now I think he can comfortably farm a little bit more before even getting to that Dark Pulse. So yep.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh man.
Herb counting by Megasnorlax
Yeah.
there.
Okay, so. Oh man, the Moonblasts on Cresselia are so devastating. Because as you see, Zweilous has almost all of his health left, and now it's all gone.
Yeah, now it's gone. And there goes his most oppressive mon. Coming in with the Charmer, which, doesn't do massive. It's like one of the very few things this Charm doesn't chunk away. But
Yeah.
able to still reach a Grass Knot and take it to about 60% health. Although shield's down now. Okay, some quick here. Okay.
It was probably a Powder Snow Ninetales then, since he's thrown out of a fighter. Oof.
Or he knows that his doesn't have. Okay, yeah, no, I do see it's Powder Snow.
I would take out the Primate ASAP.
Yeah. I think you're going the other way around. I think YMegaSnorlax is about to take you out with the Primate.
Oh man. That was so much damage in 1 minute.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to mess with a close combat from Primate. Even if it's neutral, it's such a high damage move from such a classy mob.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that, the Cresselia was able to take out a pretty much full health Zweilous, but that Primate in the back was able to take out almost 2 Pokemon just by the close combat alone.
Yeah, I wonder if that was YMegaSnorlax plan all along, to have like a shieldless game where Primate can just close combat everything, and Zweilous is the shield taker. Could be an interesting strategy for the next game.
I'm sure if you're made, you're a little more wary of what's if
this was a live tournament, I bet YMegaSnorlax could say something like, yeah, you might want to save your shields next time. We still haven't seen a Sudowoodo in all of the games yet, so I really hope it's gonna pop out.
You've been anxiously awaiting the pseudo fighters in the Sudowoodo, so hopefully.
Imagine if it's the Rock Throw Sudowoodo. That would be so. I would be caught off guard. Like, what? What is this guy?
Wait a minute. Okay, we're about to find out what it has here.
It's a counter.
It's a counter.
Would have been better if this was actually a Rock Throw Sudowoodo.
I wonder how long it would have taken the opponent to realize, oh man, this is doing a lot more damage than I anticipated. Properly shielding up the Rock Throw here, and just really, he's going to go ahead and maybe try to charm it all the way down. Nope. Going to throw a Weather Ball at the last minute, but also Mate is choosing to shield because he has another Rock Slide.
Oh, that's a nice catch.
Wow, good catch here. Knowing that the Primate just needs a little bit of energy advantage, is going to get a shield back. Doesn't bother shielding this. It's going to hit that Night Slash. Good timing there, right before the.
Yeah, Nickname is really putting his A game, or MegaSnorlax, sorry.
And so I assume it's about to be taken out with this Grass Knot. Oh, but Made undercharging, hoping to maybe Psycho cut it down. Okay,
damn.
Able to do so, and in comes that regular Ninetales.
Again, resisting every move from Cresselia, so it's a pretty solid answer.
Go ahead and take.
Both of these players are playing at a very high level.
Yes.
In my opinion.
YMegaSnorlax charging up to 2 Weather Balls, gonna throw this one. Definitely be enough to take out, but it'll at least have an answer for whatever's coming in.
I wouldn't be that sure. Oh!
Ow, okay.
Damn.
And a powder.
This is rough. This is rough for Mate.
Yeah, I mean, he has to shield this up. Since it's an ice type here, he's gonna be able to make it to. Ooh!
Damn.
Gonna throw. Okay, he's gonna throw the Psyshock now onto the opposite. Wow, these are just incredible swaps going on.
Oh, this is gonna be another back and forth game. Oh, damn. I really love these endings.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I lost. Oh no, I won.
All right, so this was a very comfortable win for YMegaSnorlax, but like we said before, every game counts for a point. So let's see game number 3, and if Mate is able to get a point back for the team.
Okay, good lead for JBG. Or no, for Mate.
For me.
This is confusing. Cresselia.
Again, with this counting, YMegaSnorlax is really on point. Throwing it right before the Cresselia is able to get to a grass.
Yeah.
And this time he's choosing to shield it up because he has such an energy advantage. He knows he can get to another Night Slash, which will either make the Cresselia shield or be able to take it out.
Oh man. His counting is really so solid. Like he knows he can win CMP ties, so he's just maximizing all of the counter damage and all of the energy gain.
And again, like I said, since he knows that he made doing the same strategy of trying to undercharge, but it doesn't matter at this point.
Oh man, do you remember when like this Xylus was defeated in the 2-shield by the Cresselia? Like the same is happening now. The Cresselia going into the 2 shields again, just to force that switch advantage.
It didn't work in the favor last time, but I suppose the Ninetales is a good answer for the Cresselia. Now he's going to be able to just charge up a ton of energy again, resisting this Moonblast. And I wonder if he'll just even fast move farm down.
Yeah, I reckon once the Cresselia has thrown the Moonblast. But now there is the like both of Mate's Pokemon counter the Kanto Ninetales. So.
Yep. And both of the Pokemon are not going.
Ooh,
this is
throwing 2 Psyshocks though.
yeah.
Then pretty good.
And now you're doing an immediate swap, sniping at the last minute, and down goes the Dragonair. Yeah, these are really going to chunk away the Sudowoodo, but the Rock Slide is going to really hurt.
Oh, that was close. I'm not sure if the
the
Weather Ball would have mattered, but
oh, it does too. Okay, and now it's really going to be a race. But Sudowoodo dances his way to victory.
Yeah.
Putting out his legs saying, I made it first. And
twice.
Sudowoodo in the back being able to take out both of the Ninetales. It's kind of a hard strategy when you got a rock thrower over there.
Yeah.
The official score and at this point is now 6-3. 6-3?
Yeah, so the only possible outcome is either a win for Kingtwig of the Woods or a tie.
All right, no pressure at all for nickname. Let's see how him and Maid choose to play out their matches. Let's have a quick look at their team compositions first.
I was thinking there is no normal type on Maid's team, so the Haunter and the Snorlax could do damage, but then I saw the Mandibus and I was like, oh, right. that's the wall. Mandibus is looking really strong. It has its Dark typing.
Yeah, I mean, Mandibus is actually usually used as a 3rd shield and a 4th shield and a 5th. Because even the things that are super effective against it just don't do the chunking away of health that you would like it to.
Yeah, exactly. And Mandibus, only really has to fear Stunfisk and Sudowoodo, but I reckon if you put enough shields in the Mandibus, you can delay the timer enough to swap out again. And try again later. like let's see if I can catch that Haunter later.
Let's see how they decide to do this. Yeah, oh, there's that Mandibuzz that you're already talking about on the...
And it's a Snarl? So.
It is Snarl, doing a few extra, but knowing that the Rock Slide can do a decent amount of damage to it, so deciding to swap out and gonna be this Aqua Tail will still do some nice damage to the Sudowoodo, so the Sudowoodo blocks it up and throws a potential Earthquake, just a Rock Slide bait, but it is still shielded up by Maid.
I remember last time I ran Sudowoodo, I ran Stone Edge Rock Slide instead of Earthquake. Because it was a meta without flyers, and I was like,
double nuke there.
Yeah. let's just have a step Stone Edge in there.
So both of these guys desperate to win Switch, looks like. So both shields have been used, and now this Rock Slide will take it out the Dragonair. So I wonder what the plan is. Just come in and be able to chunk away as much as possible. Ooh,
with the risk of taking a rock slide.
yes, with the risk of pretty much being taken out by a rock slide.
Yeah.
So now these weather balls will be coming in. I normally say fast and hot, but these are just, they're going to be fast and cold because they're the weather balls. And
yeah, at this point, it's just throwing as much weather balls as possible.
you know, looking in the back, the Skarmory versus the Mandibuzz, I mean, it's a battle of the tanky flyers. Neither one doing super damage to the other, but Snarls are allowing for quicker, fast moves. And I assume that it's foul play. I didn't get a good look on it yet, but I think we'll probably end up going to Maid just for that very reason.
The advantage of the Skarmory and the Zero Shields is that you can basically do a Brave Bird in the end.
Mm-hmm. Most things don't want to take a Brave Bird, and not that the Mandibuzz wants to take a Brave Bird, but it can take it better than a whole lot of other things. So yeah, looks like Nickname is charging up as much as possible, going for a Sky Attack, which is pretty dangerous because I feel like at the rate the Mandibuzz is able to throw its charge moves, it's gonna hit the top play. Hopefully, this might be enough to take it out. Oh, not quite.
Oh, can pull through another. Unfortunately, it's not a Brave Bird, so it won't do as much damage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow, good. I mean, like, either way, the Cresselia has to throw on one of these.
Yeah.
And the other one will be able to get enough energy to take it out. Very well played by both sides, but fortunately for Maid, just able to really use this tanky bird to take out almost a whole team in a way. Oh, man, that almost surprised me. I forgot that there was a sliver of health left on that Skarmory.
Enough health to do one.
But unfortunately not enough to take out the Mandibuzz. And game one goes to the Germans, the Kingtwigs of the woods.
So I think Maid realizes that his Mandibuzz is pretty safe. I think that Sudowoodo can stay on Nickname's team of 3 as well, because it has that rock slide.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, the Sudowoodo was the key player for the very first round, taking out basically the whole back line.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see game number 2. Skarmory is now at the beginning,
here we see the safe swap.
Look at this.
Oh damn.
It's just a regular Dusclops, no purified, so
yep, indeed.
the guesses are that it's running 2 punches, but the Snorlax, I mean, with this super effective lick damage, it's not the thing that the Dusclops probably wanted to see, but it's also probably not the thing that was going to be expected.
Yeah, true.
Fortunately, I guess for Maid here, even though the licks are super effective, the charge moves of the Snorlax really aren't going to do anything to the Dusclops. So
yeah, true. But I wouldn't want to be the Pokemon coming in after.
Oh no! Nickname just charging up a ton of energy, finally throwing some body slams here.
Yeah, I think at some point he kind of has to. I'm not sure at which point you decide to farm down.
Yeah, look at this. I mean, I suppose whenever he's at 100 energy, then he's throwing.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to get so low that that he can't throw anything onto whatever's coming in, because.
I mean, actually, the Dust did a pretty good fight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, without the charge moves actually doing any damage.
Yeah.
Snorlax was really unable to get to another body slam, which could have put the Dragonair in a different position.
Oh, and this is interesting. With the Mandibuzz in the back on the left side and the Sudowoodo on the right side, the Sudowoodo isn't resisting the Snarls, but also is neutral to flying moves. He resists flying moves.
Yep.
Snarl Dark Rolls against counter Rock Slide.
Oh wow, I actually think, I think Nickname's got this one, because even though, like we said, the Mandibuzz is basically a lot of shields, he has 2 shields left himself and a pretty healthy Skarmory.
Yeah, indeed.
Shield these rocks. I mean, this is where all the damage is going to be coming from, although those counters are obviously going to be doing work on the Mandibuzz as well.
Yeah, as a player myself, I'm not sure if I would save my shields for Skarmory or for Sudowoodo. Because obviously there is a Rock Slide from the Sudowoodo, but Skarmory has that Brave Bird.
Yep. I think, yeah, it looks like Nickname's whole goal is just to get, and it looks like he just realizes, yeah, he's not going to win. Lets the Rock Slide go through, and Nickname takes game number 2. So we have 1 game left. They are both 1-1 here, so we'll see who is the winner between Maid and Nickname.
At this point, the victory is already secured for Kingtwig of the Woods, but it's always nice to have winning your best of 3.
Yeah, it's a little more security for later on in the game. And hopefully, yeah, like even though the Breloom team didn't pull out the win, I mean, these points are still going to add up, and I don't think that they should feel bad about their gameplay at all, because all these games have been incredibly close.
Yeah, I think we made the perfect choice to feature these 4 battlers in the first round.
It's just going to show how epic this whole Clash of the Titans is going to be. So let's get right into it. Game number 3. We have a Stunfisk versus a Dusclops. And I think, yeah, these Fire Punches are going to do a decent amount of damage, but Maid is opting to go for a Shadow Punch, and Stunfisk doesn't know what the other move is, but doesn't bother blocking also. So.
Yeah, I think the punches from Dusclops don't do much damage. The discharges from Stunfisk don't do much damage. I think we're gonna, swap out. I was gonna say they're probably gonna shield very late in the game with all those low damage charge moves, but then the swap came.
The Maid making an aggressive swap. He's gonna go get a discharge here, but looks like he'll take it, knowing that he's most likely gonna get countered in the second swap of Nickname, but Nickname is staying in it, so have to see what the Maid decides to do. Gonna go ahead and shield up this. This is just a Mud Bomb bait.
Oh, nice.
Now he's switching to the Skarmory.
I think
shield there.
I think Nickname's feeling pretty comfortable with his Snorlax in the back, because he saw the Dusclops.
Yeah, and the Dusclops is also, I mean, it's not full health, but it's not, it's just neutral at this point, and it's already thrown a move. Weather Ball's here, and now Dusclops coming back in.
Oh.
Wow, okay. Tanking this Sky Attack and throwing a Fire Punch.
I think the issue for Nickname here is that he probably knows the Mandibuzz is still in the back.
Yeah.
And Mandibuzz is resisting those licks.
Yep. So it looks like he's going to try to go ahead and get as much energy as possible on the Snorlax. Maybe he'll superpower, and then he'll swap out to the Stunfisk. And knowing that the Mandibuzz is in the back, he does have a little bit of energy left on that Stunfisk.
It's like he's trying to get more energy.
So trying to bait here, but the Mandibuzz just goes ahead and takes this Body Slam.
Yeah, I mean, Body Slam is still a pretty good move to throw as a Snorlax. So. Oh.
Okay. Swapping out.
Ooh.
This is still anyone's game. With the shield left.
Yeah, in games like these, you really miss the steel typing on a Stunfisk.
Yeah. When one is banned, the brother comes out to play. Stunfisk was the original OP Pokemon here. He's gonna have to farm down. Yep, able to do it. Gonna hit this discharge. And we'll see if the Mandibuzz chooses to shield. It does, which makes sense. That's the hardest hitting move. And
yeah. Oh, it's gonna, takes it out with Foul Play.
And a Foul Play will also do some really nice damage to the Snorlax. So I assume it's a race at this point.
Oh yeah, the Snorlax is pretty low.
Yep.
So I guess the play is to do Body Slam and then Superpower, but yeah.
I don't think he'll get to
that Mandibuzz is just too tanky.
Okay. It's kind of gonna be a race. Charging up. Oh boy.
No. I don't believe it's enough. It's Mandibuzz is so tanky.
Oh wow. That's so sad.
Yeah.
As a
Almost a
Snorlax,
timeout.
I'm so upset about that.
Yeah. Oh, poor Snorlax.
Oh, even being pushed to the edge, time was up right as the
Yeah.
went down. So really good gameplay. Congratulations to the Kingtwigs of the Woods for pulling out a win in the very first round. It's not really like, it's not an elimination tournament, so it's not like any.
No, true.
So we will be back next week with the second round of tournament featuring 2 different players.
We're looking forward.